In the Bible, it talks about how we are pottery. Pottery can have cracks, but the good thing about it is light shines through the cracks. So just because I have a setback and there's an issue, it doesn't mean anything because I can let that be a light.
For Flames freshman Natalie Emery, those verses have been a mantra in her life, as she was born with a condition that left her without movement in her right arm.
It's called a brachial plexus injury. It's an injury to your brachial plexus, which is a set of nerves that go right through here. So my nerves were stretched too far, which caused damage in my arm where I couldn't move it. The doctor said that there was no surgery for it. There was nothing that you could do back in that time.
Natalie's parents were left without options, but not without hope. As they continued to search for a medical solution, her mother, Tani, performed a therapy of her own.
She did arm exercises, and I remember I would play with blocks, pick them up and put them down because it kind of helps your motion and things like that. Without her doing that, I would not have gotten the movement in my elbow. And when I was 2, my parents found a surgery in Houston, Texas at the Children's Hospital, and it would be to improve my range of motion.
Although Natalie underwent the surgery, her movement was still limited. But like her parents, she was filled with hope and determination.
I still cannot touch my chest, so I cannot go farther than this, and I cannot go higher than this. And that's just because that's as far as the surgery can take it. And my mom got a verse, Isaiah 40:31, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They'll soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." And this was just reassurance to her that God will provide a way for me to overcome it. And so I was always determined to conquer anything that any other kid would do. If my brother wanted to make a cardboard box tunnel, then we were gonna crawl through it and I'd power through it with my left arm. And I was constantly reassured by that verse that there's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing anything.
And with that determination, Natalie developed a passion for athletics and would look to sport as her way of putting action behind her beliefs.
I played softball. I was a catcher. My parents tried to figure out how I could catch and throw. So I'd catch with the glove on my left hand. I'd take the ball out, put the glove under my arm, put the ball on my left hand, and then throw. And I played soccer forever. I picked up lacrosse in 7th grade, and I completely fell in love with the sport.
She continued to play both soccer and lacrosse in high school, and began battling with the idea of competing at the collegiate level.
For a while, I was like, I really don't think I'd be able to play Division I or do anything like that. God continually put people in my life that said, no, you can do it.
And that's when she received a scholarship offer to play lacrosse for Liberty University. It seemed as though everything was looking up until the fall of her senior year.
I continued to play soccer because I had played forever, but I tore my ACL, and so I missed my senior year lacrosse season.
Although there were many obstacles along the way, Natalie never gave up and recovered in time to recently debut in her first collegiate game.
With God, all things are possible. It says it in the Bible, and I want to be the living proof of that. The Lord will provide for me to improve, and I will be improving to the fullest extent.
For Game On, I'm Chierstin Susel.